This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 64. Kevin Smith double feature. Clank,
nice.
Clank, bitch.
How you guys doing?
I finished that one.
We were just a little bit late. We were finishing up watching Mallrats for the 1100th time.
Yes.
And
it was just as entertaining, if not funner, because it's been a little bit since I've seen that.
Yeah, we really spent about the last 10 minutes giggling about all kinds of shit.
All the jokes we were laughing at. So. Oh.
You can find us, as always, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. Check us out and other great podcasts at Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent shows like Wookiee Radio, who talked about meeting Moochie last week, and Rogue One Radio, who talks about some random topics and general shenanigans last night.
That's the best stuff. That's the best kind of stuff.
I was a little bummed out. I was going to join them and talk to them, and I ended up having a couple of things to do, and they sent me a link, and I was like, oh, shit. I'm in the middle of a bunch of stuff.
I can't do it.
I was real bummed out. I like talking to those guys.
Yeah, they're cool guys. It was nice being on their show.
Yeah.
That was fun stuff.
Yep.
Even if I oversold my whole tabletop gaming. I was like, no, really, I've done one thing. Apparently, card games don't count.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, shit. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW The Escape Pod, all one word.
And please join us at patreon.com and search ATSW The Escape Pod in the search creator bar, like some of you have done recently, to support the show and get in on the exclusive Escape Crate.
Please visit our store on tpublic.com, search ATSW The Escape Pod, and make sure that you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, and tote bags, in addition to sweet teas and hoodies.
You said that really fast.
I didn't mean to. I realized that when I was halfway through it, I was like, holy shit, this is coming out nice.
Yeah, it's like you've said it before.
It is.
Before you get into the shout outs, let me shout out the chat. Josh Gutierrez, Lunar Girl, Use and Abuse, Just Jen, which means that Jess is nearby, and I'm sure Dragon Buddy is probably hanging out too.
Or he hasn't got home yet.
Sometimes
he gets home mid-show.
Well,
that's happened before.
You know, that cable business is serious.
Yeah, it's no fucking joke. I would not fuck around with that.
No.
And he takes care of his people, so.
Right.
Absolutely. He tries to wait till they go home before he goes home, so. That's fucking awesome.
Patreon shout-outs?
No. You got to go back.
Oh. The shout-out.
To the regular shout-outs, man. You need to get your shit together. It's early in the show and you're already fucking up.
I'm all kinds of thinking about the backseat of a Volkswagen right now.
Oh, very uncomfortable place. Shout-outs. First and foremost, always got to give a shout-out to the Sidebar Cantina. That is the mothership. That is David, Jason. That is our New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies. They're doing their thing. They just had their 80s, I don't know if you call it the playlist, but they did their 80s mixtape. Yeah, 80s mixtape fucking episode on Monday, which I was in Florida, so I didn't partake in listening to that.
It was super fun. I would say maybe one of the best subjects they've had in a while. Everybody was into it. The chat was engaged. The fan base was engaged online.
Nice.
And it was just a good show. And Lunar Girl did a kick-ass job putting shit together in the background.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Old Man Johnson just joined the chat. What's up?
What's up, Old Man Johnson? Next, check out Use and Abuse with Kim and Scott. I seen on the YouTubes, the Tubes of You, they did an episode 19 hours ago, and then I think they did another one before that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they did their racing one.
They're really double banging out them episodes.
Man. Yep.
They're really doing the damn thing.
Yep.
Hell yeah. And then check out Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede Reacts on YouTube and Sweetie Seed and the Salty Bunch. And all kinds of other that shit fucked me up last time.
I know it. Swede, did you see Swede's little video that he did about In the Air Tonight?
I seen it, but I didn't click on it because I was with the family and I was spending a lot of time with the family.
So he's sitting there listening to that the part of the song just before the big drum roll. And he's like, if you don't hear this song like this, we can't be friends. And then it goes
hell yeah.
And you're like, exactly.
That's exactly what you do.
If you don't do that, like in your car,
right? Yeah.
When that song's playing and you're like in your car or whatever, just before that, you turn it way up, inappropriately loud.
Yes, to where like your ears should probably be bleeding.
You know it's fucking coming, and you are ready. Patreon shout outs: Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Todd Lovin, Jen and Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, Richie the King Arm Rooster, Kristen Roscom, Ron Oldman Johnson, Backyard TARDIS, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsoring the Escape Crate.
When did Kristen Roscom? Did I miss that?
You must have.
How did I miss that?
It was before last show.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just not used to seeing it yet, so maybe that's why I'm reacting.
Yeah. She likes us, and Jason's
just like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, he doesn't have time for us.
Fair enough. Can't say I don't blame him. Fuck us.
Oh, yeah. Swede did a kick-ass cover of Take On Me on YouTube, too.
That's what I was thinking of. I did see that. If you don't react, I didn't watch the video, but I did see that. I didn't watch shit.
Take On Me.
Take on me.
I love that song.
Hell yeah.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Yes. Yeah. It's all about the jazz hand.
It is. Jazz hands are a necessity when it comes to movie time.
Right.
Okay. You got this first one, or do I got this first one? Who's going first?
Customarily, I think you take care of it.
Let's do this. Christina Ricci added to the cast of Matrix 4. I seen that when I was standing in line at the Secretary of State today.
Mm-hmm. Christina Ricci's in my top 10, I think.
Oh, yeah? Of like hot chicks or actresses?
Hot chicks that
act?
Yes. Act.
Nice.
I like how you closed your eyes and you forced out act.
Got him.
Netflix scraps plans for second season of Jupiter's Legacy in favor of live action Super Crooks.
I'm kind of pissed.
You don't say.
I invested all that fucking day to watch that show, and then they're like, we're not following it up.
That's why I like when that kind of information leaks out before you watch a thing.
Yes.
Because I will forego watching something.
Knowing that there's going to be no more of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
just because I don't want for it.
Nobody would ever go, you know what? Firefly was a really great show. Had we known they were going to cancel it after season 1.
Right.
So from here on out, we're going to need people to leak that information before we emotionally invest in a show.
I don't want to be emotionally invested in a show and then just for you to pull the plug on me. That's unnecessary. That hurts my feelings.
Yep.
I only got one of them, so you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches. Warner Brothers' upcoming Blue Beetle solo movie is reportedly getting a release on HBO Max instead of sending the DC movie to theaters. I actually think that's kind of... Blue Beetle was like... He's not a lot of people know who the fuck Blue Beetle is.
I didn't expect Blue Beetle to even put up the numbers that like Shazam did.
Yeah.
And Shazam was kind of on the lower end of the spectrum.
Right.
As far as their sales go. So they probably were like, you know what? This Blue Beetle picture,
I didn't know who the hell the Blue Beetle was until the Death of Superman comics when he got his ass handed to him by Doomsday. Actually, I think Doomsday killed him, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. It's been a while, but he's definitely I don't know that I would have gave him a movie.
Yeah.
imagine he would probably have been better served with an inexpensive television show. John Wick 4 cast its star Bill Skarsgård in mystery role. I like Bill Skarsgård.
Who's Bill Skarsgård? What has he been in?
Let me bring him up on the.
You're gonna fuck something up.
Yeah.
Don't do it. There it is. Down. Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
Okay.
He played It.
Yeah. See, I never saw it because I don't do horror movies.
He is a good actor.
Oh, he better be.
Yes.
He better be.
No, Old Man Johnson. I have not seen Yellowstone.
Is he in Yellowstone? Is that what we're saying? Just saying.
Must be.
Maybe. Hannibal creator Brian Fuller is tapped to write and direct a new adaptation of horror master Stephen King's killer car novel, Christine.
Christine's one of my favorite film adaptations of Stephen King books.
I've seen the movie, never read the book. I never really cared for the movie. But I'm not a horror movie guy, so that's not fair assessment of said movie.
I really like Cujo and Firestarter.
Cujo was good.
You ever seen Firestarter?
I've seen bits and pieces.
It's got what's her face in it?
Yes.
She was an ET. She was married to Tom Green. Drew Barrymore. The Book of Boba Fett wraps filming for season 1 this week. Or last week.
Yeah, yes. That's fantastic. They got boxers and lots of gloves for gifts for holiday for wrapping.
Really?
For wrapping gifts.
They all got underwear?
Yeah, they got like some sweet boxers.
Huh.
That was pretty cool. I want
Interesting.
The boxers.
Old Man Johnson says, no, he's not in it, but it is a good series. Thank you.
Fair enough. He's trying to feed the people.
Hey, what's going on, Ramon? My buddy Ramon in the chat.
What's up, dude? Thanks for joining us, brother. Get it. Oh, it's time to hit that button.
Power up. I'm bad. Get over here.
It's hard to hear today.
Yeah, well, it's because of the air conditioner. We're not used to it.
We're not used to the air conditioner being on.
But next week we'll have the new earbud
Technology.
the closed circuit system. So
Oh shit.
we'll be living the dream.
On up.
According to a Chinese Switch accessory manufacturer, the upcoming Switch Pro will have a larger 7-inch display. And the system itself is not any bigger. So it implies that the screen bezel is much smaller.
Yeah.
It's going to have an OLED screen instead of an LED screen, which I believe requires less energy. So the battery life should go up a little bit.
Hell yeah.
And it gives you deeper blacks and better colors. So that's what slipped out about the Switch this week.
Didn't they just come out with a Switch not too long ago?
This is the one that, yes, it's the same Switch. It just isn't out yet. They haven't even made the official announcement yet.
Because my son just bought a Switch not too long ago. That was a newer Switch. But
It,
it's the one where you can't remove the fucking dues.
Yeah, that came out last year.
Yeah, but it's still hard to fucking get.
Yeah, this is more like the Switch or like the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Gotcha.
It's just better hardware.
Gotcha. CD Projekt president and joint CEO Adam Kinzinski, okay, we're going with that, repeated his recent recommitment to Cyberpunk 2077. We intend to live up what we promised our gamers in January. I think it's a little too late.
It's definitely too little too late. Jen says that the one that your boy bought was called the Switch Lite.
Switch Lite, yes.
There's very little excuse to have released a game that broken in the first place.
I agree.
And now here we are. By the time that comes out or anything comes out to live up to that, you're going to be 2 years into the life cycle of a finite game.
Yep.
It's one thing if you're going to do that with a game that's like a games as a service, and people are going to play it for a long time.
Yep.
But that's not what that is. That was a nice package, play from the beginning to the end. There's 2 or 3 different ways you can play it, so you get some replayability.
Right.
But most of the people that really wanted to have already replayed through it. So they're just going to dump $1 million into R&D on a project that people don't give a fuck about anymore.
Right. I'm with you, man. Dude, I think, like I just said, too little, too late.
Very little in the gaming industry really makes me angry. Shit like that really makes me angry.
Yeah, you've spoke on that for many different games.
Just be like, look, we fucked up.
Game's
we'll
not
get
ready.
you on the next one.
Yeah, game's not ready.
And then when the next one comes out, sell it a little cheaper. Buy back some goodwill.
You need to, but they won't know. They'll never do shit like that.
Well, why blow $1 million on something nobody's going to play?
Just saying. Just saying.
Anyway. Devolver Digital and Dose One's latest release, Sludge Life, is a game about graffiti, vandalism, and double buttholed cats. Cool.
What?
I don't know what the fuck is going on with this. I've seen some of the stuff online, and it looks like something I wouldn't play. It's very, I don't know. The art style is so like middle school.
Double butthole cats.
Double butthole cats.
Do you think they're gonna be next to each other or on top of each other?
I've seen the picture. They're next to each other.
Oh, I'd rather be on top.
Anyway, it's been they refused its classification in Australia, so they can't even sell it in Australia.
That's fucking fantastic. I love it. I love a game like
when
this.
is GTA 6?
We don't know yet. We don't know. When we get that information, we'll let you know. Don't try to. Ooh.
It depends on whether
we're not that kind of insiders.
Is GTA 6
Ron
going to have double butthole cats?
Ron better settle the fuck down. That's all I'm trying to say. He's coming at me with the wrong attitude.
I think he's too excited. I think he heard about the double buttholes and he was like,
He's like, what? I'm in.
Got to see that.
Yeah. Just so everybody wants to know this, Dark Alliance will get a split screen what? Couch co-op after launch, due by summer. I've never heard of a couch co-op.
Couch co-op. You played GoldenEye, right?
Yeah.
4 players, same room, 1 screen.
Oh,
Couch co-op.
that's stupid.
Why?
That's just
People
stupid.
really like that.
Yeah, but we don't do that.
I don't like that.
People don't do that.
In fact, I generally don't want to play my games with somebody else.
I just would like to know who they're selling that for.
There's tons of people that
I
want
just don't
that.
see it.
It's not going to be the only mode of the game. It's going to be an additional option. So there's no loss if you don't like it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I just don't see people playing games like that anymore.
Jen and Jess will.
Yeah, but they're like one out of a lot of my friends that wouldn't.
I'll cheers to that. What the fuck is going on?
I just speak truths, my friend.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigator reporting on the planet.
Best.
Best.
The bestest.
The bestest.
Yes, hell yeah.
Mhm.
It's you, buddy.
Spider-Man 2099 TV show reportedly coming to Disney Plus.
Live action?
No, it looks like they're planning on a cartoon.
Like an animated, like CGI-ish?
Mhm.
That'll be cool.
I'll take it.
I'm in. Yep. Tanak Hurta to play Namor the Submariner in the upcoming Black Panther 2. Submariner. I didn't mean to say Submariner.
Are you sure?
Hello, everybody!
I was going to say something. I was like, no, I'll let it go. And then you brought it back up. And
That's fine.
yeah.
Shut up.
Super.
Did I say that right? Tanak Hurta?
Yeah, Tanak Hurta. Hurta? Maybe Hurta?
Hurta.
Close enough.
Yes.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
Just to address the chat, Jess is asking if that means that I won't play Dark Alliance with them. I will make an exception, and I will play Dark Alliance that way.
No, I won't, because you guys want to invite him over.
Yeah. But more importantly,
he has to be in the room to play the game.
I don't know that
People don't do that anymore.
I don't know that it'll split 3 ways. It didn't say.
Well, that's when their daughter has to step up.
Yeah. Then all four of us could play. It would be like playing. What was that game? Oh fuck. There was a game with like dwarfs and elves and
midgets with swords and claw hammers.
Gauntlet. Did you ever play Gauntlet?
Gauntlet was awesome, dude.
Fuck yes, son.
Gauntlet was because I love playing that at the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that game.
We used to play that couch co-op style.
Yeah, that game was fun as hell, dude.
I think this,
but that's what my point being is people don't do that anymore.
But there's enough people that want to start doing that again. I don't know.
I think the COVID's just getting to them.
Don't you think like? Oh, Dave Martin's in the chat. What's going on, Dave?
What's up, dude?
He's got a popping in, thumbs up, got a bounce.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for joining.
Oh yeah, Golden Axe was sweet too.
Golden Axe. That's the one I was thinking of. Golden Axe, not Gauntlet.
Well, that was on the Genesis.
I played the one in the arcade. They were the same game, aren't they? They're the exact same game, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't know that you could play Gauntlet on Sega.
I don't know. I remember the game though. Because I remember you jump on the creatures, the different kinds of animals, and move them around. And
Gauntlet.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Jen stands up to say people do too.
No, but it doesn't count if it's just you and your significant other, or the people within your home. I'm talking people legit coming over to play these fucking games.
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't happen like it used to. And I'm not lying.
No, I agree. But wouldn't it be cool if you could go over to your buddy's house and all you had to take was your controller?
That would be awesome.
And it would it would link and it'd have all of your information in it.
How would you mute that? Oh shit, you made me think maybe I need to put mine on.
I don't know who just called me, but I know it wasn't important.
Oh my god, I'm putting mine on Do Not Disturb. I'm scared.
Well, I shut it off on the soundboard, and I guess I didn't think about
that. Salad gave me the burps.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty heavy.
Brady's been murdering me with his fucking intestinal rot that he's got going on.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive.
It's probably from being on the road for 4 days.
No, I was just on the road all day yesterday. All I ate yesterday, all I had yesterday was a 12-ounce Red Bull watermelon Red Bull, this 8-ounce Red Bull watermelon, and then a thing of No Man Land jerky, which is my favorite.
That's what I smell when you burp. Is like jerky or beef sticks or something. Oh. I think your guts are rotten from yesterday.
Yeah, dude. And then I had some barbecue Pringles. That's all I ate all day yesterday.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
You got garbage guts.
Yeah. Mix it with the Corona, baby.
Let's get back to sports.
What happened?
The Titans land Julio Jones in exchange for a second-round pick.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, he's not going to be number 11. He's going to be number 2.
So he's going to be fucking shit?
I'm just letting you know. He's going to be the shit is what he's trying to let you know.
Okay.
Golfer John Raymond had a 6-shot lead in the Memorial Tournament when he tested positive for the coronavirus and then was made to withdraw from the tournament. That's fucked up.
Yeah, isn't it though?
That is.
Could you imagine? You're about ready to win one of the biggest fucking tournaments of your life, and you got to quit because you come down with an asymptomatic case of coronavirus, and you're going to play the sport outside.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
For fuck's sake.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Just stay over there.
Yeah.
While I hit my fucking golf ball.
And we'll use the camera like it's intended from a fucking distance.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
Yeah.
You need to focus.
Focus.
No, focus.
No, it's a line for the movie.
I know. Before we get into this main topic,
yes,
we need to take a pee break.
Already?
Yeah, dude. It's one of those kind of nights.
Oh, this might be a double pisser, guys.
Hell yeah.
Here goes.
Woohoo.
Hello. This is George Takei, reminding you, Don and Brady, for your mid-show pee break. Oh my, may I watch? Wang.
So I don't know what's going on with Squirrel Bladder over there. It's probably the beef jerky killing him. I can't remember what it is that we're going to talk about next week. Maybe we haven't even discussed it. But the episode after that is going to be episode 66. So we're going to talk about Order 66 in the Star Wars universe, implications and that kind of thing. Let me look and see if I can see what we have planned for our next show. There's no new movies coming out. That's really stifling our ability to really dig into anything. But pretty soon, I think in just about 4 weeks, we're going to get Black Widow. We're going to get our first summer blockbuster.
I don't think it's going to be a blockbuster.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Mm.
And I really don't care to see it. Like, the ship has sailed for me for that one. We already know her character dies in fucking Endgame, like, or Avengers Infinity War, so it's like, I don't care anymore. They screwed the pooch on this one.
The stakes aren't real for Brady.
Nope.
All right. Give me about 30 seconds so I can cut this out.
You ready?
All right. The Bad Batch, episode 6.
That was not 30 seconds.
You don't say.
I was watching the watch.
It doesn't have to be 30 seconds.
Then don't tell me, give me about 30 seconds. Because that was nowhere even close to about 30 seconds. Those are good to be on, man. There's nothing left right there, buddy.
Wow. I just threw Brady's M&Ms on the floor.
Not just mine. You've been munching the fuck out of those things.
Bad Batch, episode 6, Decommissioned. Directed by Nathaniel Villanova and written by Amanda Rose Manois.
Sid hires the Bad Batch to retrieve a separatist tactical droid for its battle intel before it is destroyed as a Corellian decommissioning site. They encounter police droids guarding the facility, as well as Trace and Rafa Martez, who are also after the droid.
Oh, stupid ass fucking. Wrecker accidentally hits his head and his inhibitor chip begins to activate. Tech and his sisters program the tactical droid to turn on the police droids, allowing them to escape, but the tactical droid is destroyed in the process.
The sisters explain that they were retrieving it for a client who was fighting the Empire. Hunter gives them a copy of the droid's data that Tech made during the fight, and the sisters later tell their client how to find the Bad Batch. Hey, who the fuck do you think that is? Do you have any guess?
My guess is it's either Bail Organa or it is Darth Maul, and they're getting played.
Do you think it's Ahsoka?
It could be Ahsoka. I hadn't considered that.
To drag her back in.
I hadn't considered that.
She made, you know, some of the first friends she made outside of the Jedi Order.
Mm-hmm. She is out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on record right here and right now.
Go on record, buddy.
I do not care for the Martez sisters. I didn't care for them in Clone Wars, and I don't care for them now.
They don't bother me at all. Not one bit do they bother me.
I did not. I just don't. I don't like the way the characters are written. I don't like the dynamic
of
the
older sister. I don't really care for her as much. I think she's kind of like, she screws them over because she thinks she knows what she's doing, but she doesn't.
Right. She's the asshole big sister protector who also is the reason why everything's always fucked up.
Agreed.
And I feel like that dynamic is convoluted and I don't like it. So there. I feel like they gave the one character 2 characters to be, and they gave the other character maybe the state of confusion.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just don't understand the writing. I think it's maybe something they did at the beginning and it made sense in the moment, and now they're stuck with it. But I don't understand the reason why they brought them back, unless somebody likes them.
Well, we got to see who they're connected to too.
True, but
if they're connected to Ahsoka, I can see how they pulled those strings. But then again, if
you know what, that's a good point. They were connected to Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Let's get into
something right there, buddy.
I made that.
I know.
Let's get into the Easter eggs. The Martez sisters first appeared in season 7 episode The Clone Wars, titled "Gone with a Trace." At the start of the arc called Ahsoka's Journey, Rafa and Trace take Ahsoka in, and she leaves the Jedi Order, finds herself in a lower depths of Coruscant. It's unlikely alliance considering the sisters' feelings towards the Jedi.
Yeah, but their feelings toward her are different.
Right.
So,
but the interaction with Ahsoka in that definitely changed their opinion of what a Jedi was.
Exactly. But she's no Jedi.
True story.
True story indeed. The Martez sisters call a mysterious figure at the end of the episode, saying that they've acquired the tactical droid Data. Rafa also considers the existence of a rogue group of clones interesting enough to tell her employer. The music in this scene is ominous, slightly reminiscent of the music from when Maul was captured during the Siege of Mandalore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and on a second watch of that, I definitely agree. The tone of the music was ominous.
Right.
It wasn't Ahsoka's theme for sure.
Well.
Corellia, Han Solo's home planet, has been a long staple in the saga. Solo, a Star Wars story, detailed its dirty cities and underworld gangs, although the planet has appeared countless times throughout the books, comics, and video games over the decades.
The most famous Corellians of all, Han Solo and his partner Kira, are children at this point in the timeline, but we know that they are already embroiled in the White Worms gang. They don't make a cameo in here, which is surprising since Star Wars rarely avoids opportunities to bring classic characters to new properties. I can see that. It wasn't necessary.
Right.
That would have been a far, far reach.
Mm-hmm. All in all, another good episode.
Hell yeah.
I like the way this
I like
series
Omega's
is
weapon.
going.
Omega's bow thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell that's called. That thing is dope.
Yeah.
How it shoots the lasers and it's got the laser like
Mm-hmm.
string, whatever, and choo. I love that thing.
Yeah, it's vaguely akin to Chewie's bowcaster.
Kinda, yeah.
Interesting. I think it doubles as like a shield too.
Kinda. Looks like she can wear it on.
Yeah, like armor.
Hit people.
Yep.
Smokes them in the face.
Definitely cool. Where do you think we're going from here? Do you think we're going to get Ahsoka? Do you think we're going to get somebody much more nefarious pulling the strings here?
I don't know. This whole Bad Batch thing, it's been a hard read considering we don't know what happens in this timeline. This is all new stuff. So it's hard to say. My thing is, I thought Ahsoka when I saw the kind of robes, but I'm not sure it's a hologram. So, and the way they position it, it's kind of hard to tell. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But Ahsoka would make sense. But then when you said Darth Maul, I was like, I can see that because these sisters are just out to grab whatever they can grab, whatever strings they can pull to pull them and get money and
mm-hmm.
provide for themselves. So,
either way, I'm in.
yeah.
So let's get into the main topic.
You want to do that?
I think we should.
We should.
Definitely. We're going to talk about two of Kevin Smith's earlier works, movies we're particularly fond of.
Hell yeah.
We're going to start funny ass movies. These movies really had a lot to do with shaping my sense of humor.
Mine too. Mine too.
Clerks, Mallrats, and then Chasing Amy.
All of the Askewnivers.
Mm-hmm.
Really. Growing up, they've come out at different times within my life, but they've helped my movies and my comedy, and they've helped all that grow.
Right. I think it's also the fact that Kevin Smith was growing up while he was making these movies, and we were growing up while we were watching them. It's a thing that you don't particularly get with most directors, because they're not often the writers of the stories. Right. And Kevin Smith's stories are very reflective.
Yeah.
On where he's at in his life.
Yep.
And so I think the movies grew with us. It grew with our sense of humors, shaped us a little more than your typical movies would. Mallrats, written and directed by Kevin Smith, starring Jason Lee, Jeremy London, Shannon Doherty, Claire Forlani. I have no idea who the fuck she is.
She's the TS's girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she didn't do much.
No.
Ben Affleck. Who the fuck?
To be honest with you, I didn't think she was a great actress.
I'm
not very fond of her in this.
I don't know who that Ben Affleck guy is.
Not sure either.
Jason Mewes, Joey Lauren Adams, and Michael Rooker.
And Kevin Smith.
Yeah, as Silent Bob.
Hell yeah. College student T.S. Quint is preparing for a trip to Universal Studios Florida and Orlando with Brandy Svenning, during which he plans to propose to her. However, Brandy tells him she cannot go due to having volunteered to fill in as a contestant on Truth or Date, her father's dating game show, because the original contestant had died from an embolism bursting in her brain while swimming 700 laps at the local YMCA following T.S.'s comment regarding her weight. That shit cracked me up.
Every time
it cracks me up.
Could you imagine seeing somebody trying to swim 700 laps?
I can just imagine seeing somebody just kaboosh.
Yep.
Kaboosh.
And honestly, I can't see that a brain embolism would be the thing that would take somebody out. Like, it'd be like muscle spasm or
a cramp in their leg, and they're like, oh, and then they drown.
Right.
That's awful.
Silver Spear 5150 joins the chat. Hello.
What's up, dude? Or dudette? We're not sure yet.
TS dismisses the blame, and they argue over that, and then they break up. TS turns to his best friend, Brody Bruce, who has been dumped by his girlfriend, Renee, and Brody suggests the two might find comfort at the local mall.
I thought it was hilarious that Brody...
It's Keith Lehman.
I know that.
Keith Lehman.
I've never heard I've never seen the Silver Spear. He must have a multitude of accounts.
Keith is a multitude of greatness.
He is a multitude of greatness. That is true. I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Fair enough.
You're a fucking dick.
Mm-hmm. In the extended version, TS is dressed up for a play recital. What?
What the fuck?
Oh, fuck, yes. This is the thing that was deleted out of the main movie. All right.
I was like, what the hell are you doing?
In the original cut of the movie, TS is dressed up for a play recital and is holding a prop musket when speaking to Brandy. Subsequently, his musket gets caught in her hair before accidentally firing. TS is misinterpreted as a sniper attempting to assassinate the governor, whom Brandy's father, Jared, works for.
What the fuck?
Hence, all the scenes in the movie where they referred to the governor's ball.
Right. You brought that up during the movie when we were watching it.
Sorry about that.
I was like, what the hell is
that
going
should have
on?
been at the end.
Yeah,
that's my bad.
Shit. TS finds himself surrounded by news reporters before finding refuge in Brody's mother's basement, where Brody eventually suggests they go to the mall and hide in plain sight. The Truth or Date show, which was to be hosted by Jared, was referenced within the first scene of the extended version.
Brody and TS discover Truth or Date is being filmed at the same mall through their friend Willem, who thought the film tries to see a sailboat and a magic eye poster. The two ask local slackers Jay and Silent Bob to destroy the show's stage, a task for which they devise an elaborate but ultimately unsuccessful plan.
It's a schooner.
It's a schooner. You dumb bastard.
It's a sailboat.
A schooner is a sailboat, dumb shit. I love this movie.
It's so good. Brody and TS run into Trisha Jones, a 15-year-old senior who is writing a book on the sex drive of men from ages 14 to 30, for which she has sex with various men as research and films every encounter. She then reveals that the previous night she had sex with Shannon Hamilton, a 25-year-old clothing store manager who hates Brody because of his lacking of shopping agenda.
Brody then learns that Renee has begun a relationship with Shannon. Brody confronts Renee to find out more about the relationship, and the two have sex in an elevator.
Which we discussed while watching the show is the biggest elevator ever.
It's like the most lit up shipping elevator on the planet.
Yeah, it is the size of a shipping container. It's fucking huge.
Yeah. Brody is later abducted and attacked by Shannon, who intends to have sex with Renee in a very uncomfortable place.
Like the back of a Volkswagen?
Like the back of a Volkswagen. As a result of this incident, Jay and Silent Bob assault the mall's Easter Bunny after an incorrect assumption that has about who attacked Brody.
It's like he did this shit on 100% purpose.
Yeah.
He was like, what happened? It's like, it was a fucking Easter Bunny.
It was an Easter
Go get
Bunny.
him. Like he set the dogs loose.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy's father, Jared, has Brody and TS arrested on false charges of drug possession at the mall. Jay and Silent Bob are able to rescue Brody and TS, and they hide out at the local flea market where they meet the topless fortune teller Ivana, who gives them both advice on their relationship problems. TS decides to win Brandy back, and the two return to the mall. I love the whole third nipple.
The best part about the third nipple to me is that she takes it off at the end and fucking eats it.
Like it's chewing gum. I love how she was just playing with her boobs and she would just bounce them, push them in, and squeeze them, and bounce them, and then squish them in and pull them out.
She squeezes both of the double nipples.
Yeah, she would squeeze both the double nipples. And every time she would squeeze both the double nipples, Brody was like, oh. I love it. I love it.
Before the show begins, Brody meets famed Marvel legend Stan Lee, who gives him advice on romance. This was revealed immediately after to be
a request by TS.
Thank you. Somehow Stan knows Stan Lee. After this, Brody requests that his friend Trisha Jones retrieve footage of her having sex with Shannon. Meanwhile, TS also persuades Jay to get two of the game show contestants stoned, which allows him and Brody to replace them on Truth or Date.
They get bombed.
Yeah.
They don't get stoned. They get bombed.
Yep. They get fucked up.
It was good stuff. During the show, Brandy recognizes the voices of Brody and TS, and an on-air argument between them ensues. Brody ultimately gets the two of them to stop arguing, explaining that TS has been pining for Brandy all day. Then TS proposes to Brandy, and she accepts. As the police arrive to arrest TS and Brody after the show is over, Silent Bob plays a sex tape of Shannon and Trisha, resulting in his arrest for statutory rape. Brody and Renee renew their relationship as a result.
The conclusion reveals that TS marries Brandy at Universal Studios while on the Jaws attraction. Trisha's book is a bestseller. Shannon is imprisoned and subsequently raped. Willem eventually does see the sailboat. Brody becomes the host of the Tonight Show with Renee as his band leader, and that Jay and Silent Bob get an orangutan named Suzanne.
Yes.
The shit with Willem eventually seeing a sailboat always cracks me up because I heard Kevin tell a story one time that they had Willem purposely looking for the sailboat so that he felt somewhat perplexed, and there was no picture underneath the screwy.
It was just a weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
that's
just
fucked
it was just one of those eye things that there's nothing. And like we were talking about, the guy that played Willem is now fucking ripped.
Yeah, he is jacked. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
He is like.
Yeah, he's huge. So we got some movie facts about Mallrats before we get into Chasing Amy.
Hell yeah. The studio sold it as a smart Porky's. Universal was so confident in the film's prospects that they referred to it as a more intelligent version of the classic 1981 high school movie and had plans for a Mallrats sequel before the original film was even released. They canceled those plans after Mallrats earned just over $2.1 million in theaters.
Right.
Damn. I didn't realize it was that low.
This movie suffers from one of the things that most Kevin Smith movies have always suffered from. They make the movie and then the studio does a real shit job marketing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the studios could never quite figure out how to market Kevin Smith movies. So they're almost always cult classics.
Luna Girl says, I love that movie because they were about the same ages as we were about the same ages as the characters, and the mall was the hangout staple in the 90s. It was very relatable. The only argument I have in this phone is, or in this
phone.
What the fuck?
I don't know, bro.
Who knows? But in this situation is the mall wasn't as crowded. Because when we were growing up, the mall was fucking crowded.
Yeah, busy.
But I mean, the crowd of people when they were doing the show, that made sense. But when you're watching the scenes, there's not a whole lot of people on the scenes.
I remember being a kid walking into, I don't know who identifies with this, but we had a store called Montgomery Ward's.
Yeah.
And there would just be people everywhere. They sold everything from fucking clothes to TVs to
Dude, I remember
small
walking
appliances.
into Sears like that. And now Sears doesn't even exist here.
Mm-hmm.
Sears used to be hopping, dude.
Yep. Jenny McCarthy and Jennifer Love Hewitt auditioned for this movie. Jenny McCarthy claimed that Smith didn't even wait until she was out of the office before they started laughing. Kevin Smith tells that story quite differently. He talks about her audition going really well, her not being particularly right for the part, but they liked her stuff, and they talked about maybe bringing her in on another project later. I can't remember if he said that somebody had cracked a joke about something else entirely, or if he couldn't remember why they were laughing or whatever, but misunderstanding, I guess. Yeah, and I guess it cost her an opportunity to work with Kevin later.
Yeah.
Love Hewitt tried as well, but didn't make the cut. Willem Atherton was offered the role as Brandy's father, Mr. Svenning, but he opted out to act in Biodome instead.
I don't know who William Atherton is.
I don't
I'm
either.
sure if you showed me a picture, I'd be like, oh, I know who he is, but I'm not good with actors unless they're like...
Yeah, big ones. Biodome was a big project, though.
I enjoyed that Pauly Shore. The shit was funny, but I mean, I know that one was a flopper, but a cult classic as well.
Right.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Parker Posey initially had the role of Renee. Joey Lauren Adams had believed for 1 year that she was going to get the role of Renee, Brody's girlfriend, until her agent informed her that her best friend, Parker Posey, had gotten the part. Awkwardly, Posey was standing right next to Adams when she got the news. Tears streaming down my face, I hugged and congratulated her. As visions of arsenic danced in my head, says Adams. Eventually, Posey had to drop out due to a scheduling conflict, and Shannon Doherty got the part instead. Adams read for and won the part of Gwen. Which I love Gwen. I love Joey Lauren Adams.
Yeah.
Especially back in the day. She was a smoke show.
Yep, definitely. Like I brought up before, she is good in United States of Terror, which as far as I know is the most recent thing she worked on.
Right.
Me and Tisha really liked that show. Ben Affleck wanted to star in the movie. He settled for playing Shannon despite not wanting to play another bad guy like he had in Dazed and Confused. Ben said, "Part of me was like, God, am I going to be relegated to throwing people into lockers for the rest of my career?"
That would suck.
He
did a good job, man.
Yeah.
He plays a good dickhead.
Yeah, he does. He's really kind of got dickhead down.
Yeah, he's got it down straight. Seth Green was used by the studio as insurance in case Jason Mewes couldn't cut it. Even though Jason Mewes had played Jay in Clerks, Gramercy Pictures, a Universal subsidiary, forced him to audition against Seth Green, then kept Green available just in case they found it necessary to replace Muse during filming. The studio also wouldn't pay for Muse air travel, his hotel room, or for rehearsals. After studio heads witnessed his first day of work, they left satisfied with his performance.
This isn't the only time that Jason got dicked around by a studio, and this is before he turned into an addict.
Right.
So I am assuming some of that had to do with,
right.
He just couldn't fucking win for losing.
Right, exactly.
He's got a pretty good life now, but he really had to work for it.
Oh yeah, he went through some shit, man.
Lunar Girl brings up too that we see the guy who plays Brandy's dad. What's his name?
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker in Walking Dead as Merle.
Yep.
And then we see him in Guardians of the Galaxy as Yondu.
Yes. I picture him forever as Yondu.
Yeah, he's
more Yondu to me than he is any other character.
I think so. He's had a very good career. There's a lot of people that are in this movie that go on to have really great careers.
Right. Right.
Walter Flanagan really did have a dog. Walter Flanagan played Fanboy in this, which is essentially he's the guy in the hockey jersey outside of the comic book shop. He purchased a tiny puppy dog during filming. He named it Brody and let it run around the closed mall and the empty parking lot, where she ran around so fast that she looked like a little hockey puck. That's where Jay's comment that someone is running faster than Walt Flanagan's dog comes from.
I was wondering where that came, because I caught that when we were listening to it. I was like, wait a second.
There used to be a show, Growing Old with Jay and Bob.
Mm-hmm.
You ever listen to that? Yeah. I heard Jay tell that story a couple of times.
Nice.
After you listen to like 65, 75 episodes of that show, you're like, oh, I've heard this story 3 fucking times.
All right, let's get into Chasing Amy, which came out in 1997. Written and directed by Kevin Smith and starring Ben Affleck, Joy Lauren Adams, and Jason Lee.
This is my favorite Kevin Smith movie.
You know, after watching both Mallrats and Chasing Amy has now surpassed Mallrats for me.
I think this is, of all the things that he wrote throughout his entire career, I think this is the smartest movie he made.
I like Dogma.
I like Dogma quite a bit, but I don't think that the depth of emotional development exists in Dogma that exists in this movie.
It just hits something for me.
Well, it's something completely different.
Yeah, but it hits something for me that makes it stand out for me more so than Chasing Amy.
That's fair. We're gonna get to that movie here pretty soon in our agenda.
We are.
Comic book artist and lifelong best friends Holden McNeil and Banky Edwards meet fellow comic book artist Alyssa Jones at a comic book convention where they're promoting their comic Blunt Man and Chronic. Holden is immediately attracted to Alyssa, but soon learns that she's a lesbian.
He learns the hard way.
Right.
The two begin spending time together, and a deep friendship develops. Holden eventually confesses his love to Alyssa. She is initially angry with him, but that night the two sleep together and begin a romantic relationship.
Just to address the chat real fast, Jess brings up that there's a sequel of Mallrats in pre-production.
Right.
Kevin wrote 3 or 4 treatments of that, and he couldn't really sell it to anybody.
Isn't that why he's doing Clerks 3?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He wrote it as a movie 2 different ways, and then he wrote it as a TV series. And he just could not get, the last nail in the coffin to get it made.
Get it right then. That's fine with me. Don't do it if it's not right. He knows.
The problem with that movie now is people don't have any resonance with malls
except
anymore.
Older people who walk it.
True story. True story. But they're not watching Kevin Smith movies. Well, not all of them.
Some of them might.
This new development worsens the tensions between Holden and Banky resents Alyssa for coming between him and his best friend. Banky uncovers dirt on Alyssa's past, telling Holden that Alyssa once participated in a threesome with 2 men.
She got locked up like Chinese finger cuffs.
Yep, finger cuffs.
Finger cuffs.
That becomes her nickname.
Her nickname.
This upsets Holden, who is believed that she was the only man Alyssa had ever slept with, and he clumsily attempts to bait her into confessing, leading to an argument.
Watching this now, I don't know, being 38 now, and just it made me so angry. It was like Ben Affleck. I'm like, you're fucking up right now, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You are so fucking up right now.
Yep.
Before, when I watched this, really didn't have that much emotion towards it, but now I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Right. The version of me that watched this the first time, you're talking, I was probably 13 or something like that.
Right.
I was like right along with, yeah, tell her. Right.
But now you watch it now, you're like, oh.
I've got 40 years of life behind me going, bro, you're fucking looking at this all wrong.
Right. Sorry. I got a text and I shouldn't have been looking. She angrily confirms the threesome, but refuses to apologize for her past sexual experiences. Alyssa says she wishes to continue their relationship, but Holden leaves feeling unsure. Oh, I wanted to punch the shit out of him too.
Mm-hmm.
This last time I watched it last week. I wanted to knock the shit out of him. You dumb son of a bitch.
That's another feeling that I identified to with. There was a point in my life where I was relatively inexperienced and I dated a girl who had a lot more experience.
Right. And
I remember feeling fucking inferior to that, for lack of a better way to explain it, worldliness.
Right.
You know. Later, while Holden was has lunch with Jay and Silent Bob reveals that he was once in a relationship similar to Holden's. Despite the fact that he was in love with his girlfriend, Amy, his anger about her adventurous sexual past led him to end the relationship. Later, realizing that this was a mistake, he says that he spent every day since chasing Amy, so to speak.
I love that story that Silent Bob tells. Even though it annoys the shit out of Jay, I love that he tell it.
Jen says, no text during the show, Brady. Get your shit together.
Whoa, nobody tells me to get my shit together.
And Luna Girl's right. I got to edit all of this shit out.
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
Jen says, because of you, it's the choppiest show ever. He threw his cap. He's fucking cereal. Since it's the choppiest show ever, you want to read the next one?
Some bullshit. Moved by Silent Bob's story, Holden devises a plan to fix both his relationship with Alyssa and his estranged friendship with Banky. He invites them both over and tells Alyssa that he would like to get over her past and remain her boyfriend. He also tells Banky that he realizes that Banky is gay and in love with Holden.
That whole thing, he's like, just like, what? What? Me?
Do you want to do this? No. Oh, thank God.
Holden suggests a threesome. Though initially shocked, Banky agrees to participate, but Alyssa refuses.
Thank God.
Reasoning that it will not save their relationship and that the proposal is offensive. Yes. Alyssa and Banky both leave. Even at like 13 years old, I was like, that's offensive.
Yeah, like, what are you doing here, buddy? Like, chill the fuck out. 1 year later, both Banky and Alyssa are busy promoting their own respective comics at a convention. It is revealed that Holden and Banky dissolved their partnership of Bluntman and Chronic, the rights to which Banky now exclusively owns. Banky smiles sadly at seeing Holden, who silently congratulates him for his own solo comic being successful.
Banky gestures over a booth hosted by Alyssa and wordlessly encourages Holden to go talk to her. He has a brief emotional conversation with Alyssa and gives her a copy of Chasing Amy, his new comic based on their relationship. After Holden leaves, Alyssa's new girlfriend arrives and asks if who she was talking to. Smiling and teary-eyed, Alyssa replies, "Oh, just some guy I knew."
Some bullshit too,
Right.
There, boy. Comic book artists and lifelong best friends Holden McNeil and Banky Edwards met What the fuck, dude? You don't even know what's going on right now, do you?
No, that is weird.
And it's my fault because I was on my phone.
What in the McFuck just happened?
Did you copy and paste it twice?
No.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, maybe I did.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I did, guys. I copied it twice. I'm the worst at this whole doing things.
Man, get your shit to fuck together.
You're yelling at me.
You threw the fucking M&Ms on the floor like a dickhead. Fuck you. And then you throw them in my general direction. Eat a bag of dicks, not M&Ms.
I'm editing all this out.
No, the fuck you aren't. No, the fuck you aren't.
I'm going to do it.
No, he's not.
I'd do it in real time if I could.
I know you could, because you wouldn't have to go back and do it.
One of Kevin Smith's key inspirations for this movie was his relationship with Joey Lauren Adams. The inspiration for Chasing Amy came out of Kevin's 2-year romantic relationship with her. The characters of Holden is the closest thing. Let me reread that. Kevin is quoted as saying, "The character of Holden is the closest to me I've ever written. Casting Ben was aesthetically wishful thinking, perhaps." And Alyssa is actually his voice of reason that I would never listen to. I know that I was doing well, feeling immature, but you just can't fight City Hall sometimes. Smith wrote about the biographical nature of Chasing Amy. He said that Chasing Amy is me on a slab laid out for the world to see.
Nice.
He said that quite a few times, actually, in different ways.
Right.
But this movie seems to be kind of where he was at in his mid-20s, or maybe late 20s.
It was originally going to be a PG-13 movie set in high school. The studio initially suggested to Smith that he make Chasing Amy as a PG-13 high school movie. Smith thought about it for a time and wrote some scenes. Ethan Suplee was going to play one of the main characters, but then Smith changed his mind. A week later, I was like, no, Smith told the AV Club. Then the movie Mallrats tanked. And that sealed the deal. It was just like, that's the last movie I make, and that's the last movie I make that doesn't have anything going on. What the fuck? It was just like, that's the last movie I make that doesn't have anything on its mind.
Right.
That was a hard one to read.
But
that was a struggle bus city.
It really makes sense when you think about it.
Red Gatorade.
Red Gatorade for sure.
Son of a bitch.
Basically what he's saying is Mallrats did so poorly at the box office because people were like, this movie's got no point.
Right.
It's just kind of nonsensical gibberish about some kids hanging out at a mall. And so Kevin decided that from then on, his movies were going to be more thoughtful, have a reason for being made, like to tell a developing story, which is probably why I love Chasing Amy and you love Dogma, being his next two movies.
Right.
And both those movies have quite a bit on their minds.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Miramax wanted Jon Stewart, David Schwimmer, Drew Barrymore to star in this movie.
Wow.
Telling you. It's amazing the kind of shit that studios try shoving down directors' throats.
Yeah, oh, I know. It's fucking crazy.
Smith wrote Holden, Banky, and Alyssa with Affleck, Lee, and Adams in mind, but the studio wanted bigger names. So they came to a compromise. Instead of Miramax footing the $2 million budget the actors with the actors that they wanted, Smith suggested that they pay $250,000 with his actors, and if Bob and Harvey Weinstein liked what they saw, they could buy it.
Nice.
Really, like, once again, Chasing Amy is my favorite movie. It's got the most emotional depth, and it shows how stupid we are as young males and trying to understand.
We're still dumb.
It's one of those. It's the kind of movie that, along with, like, the way I was raised, made me go, well, I don't understand most things, and I should probably listen twice as much as I talk, which is odd for somebody on a podcast that talks all the time.
All the fucking time.
But definitely one of my favorite Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah, Chasing Amy definitely is it'd probably be my next after Dogma.
Yeah,
realistically, because they're so different from your Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah,
and Reboot. You know what I mean? They're drastically different. Although they pull some of them same characters in, they're completely different movies.
Did we discuss what we wanted to do next week?
No. Do we have an idea? Do you have a thought? Does the chat have a thought? Do our two lovely ladies in the chat have a thought? What we should do for next week? Since they're the ones.
We could do Dogma.
We could do Dogma. What do our live chat audience think?
What say you, escapees?
Yes, what say you, escapees? Here. Sons of bitches. We'll wait for your reply in the chat.
Yeah, for we got 8 more seconds.
8 more seconds.
We're cutting all this out.
You can probably find. Let's look. I'm gonna look on iTunes.
Jen says Dogma works.
Dogma works. Hold on. Let's go to the iTunes store because that's where I get most of my shit. No, you can't even find it on here.
Really? iTunes doesn't have Dogma?
No.
Interesting.
That's messed up. We might not be able to do it because if I can't watch it.
Used and Abused says Dogma. I have a copy that has multiple DVDs in it. You can always borrow one from me.
Okay. We might have to do that because I'm not finding. That's bullshit. Because I know you know this. The chat might not know this, but every episode of every movie that we have done on this show, I have bought the movie on iTunes.
Right. Now,
every single one that we have done a movie
which is a lot.
That's a fuck ton, dude.
I'm gonna go ahead and let
the man locked him down.
He did?
That's what Luna Girl's saying.
Pissing
me off.
You can buy the DVD on Amazon for $43.
What the fuck?
Right? I'm gonna let the folks on YouTube or wherever you're getting this, I guess. There is a website on the interwebs called justwatch.com.
Right.
And you can pull that up and you can type in whatever it is that you want to see. And it will not only tell you where you can buy it, it'll tell you where you can find and stream it. And it shows that it is not available
anywhere.
Any fucking where.
That's ridiculous, dude. That pisses me off, man. Maybe we don't do Dogma. Maybe we have to wait a little bit to do Dogma.
That's super fucking weird.
You want to do Strike Back and Reboot?
No. Let's do Dogma. I've got it on DVD.
Okay.
We don't have to live in a world where there's no DVDs of Dogma.
That's unnecessary.
I don't think you can stream it. It doesn't appear like you can fucking buy it.
Yeah, no, I'm really pissed about that, dude. And I'm not spending $43 on fucking Amazon to buy it.
That's crazy to me.
That's Nutbag City.
But anyway, justwatch.com is an awesome resource for when you're like, oh, I want to watch a show and you can't remember what channel's got it streaming on it or whatever, or what app or what, anywho, I have it. You can borrow one of the discs.
Bring it to work tomorrow.
I think I've got the big box set that's got like the DVD, the Blu-ray, a couple of special features discs.
Sweet. I think I have it, but it's in a box at my sister-in-law's house because all my DVDs are there.
Yeah, that is sad.
What are you gonna do?
Be sad
Dude, I
about
have
it.
like it's a big fucking box of DVDs.
Fucking Harvey Weinstein, indeed.
Motherfucker.
Well, everybody make sure that you can like this video. Speaking of 5-star reviews,
Boom!
we've got a 5-star review.
Hell yeah.
Or a review with some stars anyway.
Exactly. It is actually 5 stars. And it is titled Fun Star Wars Talk. Don and Brady do a fun show every week. Give their opinions on all things Star Wars and other stuffs. If they're in my playlist, it's recommended listening by me, Rural Farm Boy.
Nice. Thanks, Rural Farm Boy.
Thanks for the feedback, man. We greatly appreciate that.
If you want to leave a review like Rural Farm Boy did, go to iTunes or wherever it is you get your podcasts, YouTube, and leave us some kind of review.
Why don't we open that up to Facebook? Leave us a review on Facebook.
That would be cool. Yep.
Somehow get our attention. Don and Brady, right? Title it Don and Brady Facebook review.
Yep.
And we'll read that.
Yep. Or tag us in it, or
tag us both in it.
Yep.
Tag us both in it on the Escape Pod Facebook page as an Escape Pod iTunes review or podcast review, and we'll read it.
Or instant messenger us if
if you want to do it instant, while you want to give it to just one of us, that's fine. We'll do that.
Anyway, leaving us reviews helps people decide whether or not they want to invest their time in watching the show. We have one comment last week on the show, and for whatever reason it's escaping me who it was. Shouldn't be, but it definitely is.
Oh, somebody said in the chat it was actually Luna Girl, but I just want to say it, and I'm going to say congratulations to you and congratulations to me. Both of our kids our oldest graduated high school. Well, not your oldest, but
my youngest.
Your youngest. They graduated high school. So class of 2021. That's pretty fucking rocking, dude.
DJ from
Tanner?
Rogue One Radio.
Oh, DJ from Rogue One. I thought you were talking about from Full House.
So DJ from Rogue One Radio is going to get a issue of Star Wars Insider.
Ooh, let's pick it out right now. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There we go.
See it?
There.
Baby Yoda on the cover.
Baby Yoda on the cover.
Hell yeah. That's coming to you, DJ.
Yep. We're going to need an address, so you're going to have to hit us up.
You can, probably through Twitter, you can probably get a hold of
Yeah.
I know he's on there.
Yep, I'll get him on Twitter.
Yeah.
So like, subscribe, share, hit the little bell on YouTube, and then leave us some kind of review, and you could win the next issue of Star Wars Insider.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's the next issue we have.
Yeah, it's the next issue we're giving out.
Yep.
So you don't have them yet.
You don't have it, and we have it, and you want it.
And you want it, so let's get it.
Yep. So that's 2 I have to send out because I'm a slacker.
It's okay.
Fair enough.
It's okay.
Well,
make sure you subscribe and get us make sure you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Don, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
You can find me at Jetfire1979 on Twitter and DellaSnooch on Instagram. And Brady, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o 0 capital BIG _ capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o, and once again that's on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find us and other great podcasts on red5network.com. Before we move on,
oh shit, son,
let's toast our boys.
Yeah.
Congratulations, boys.
Congratulations, son.
Way to kill high school.
Hell yeah. So with that, may the force be with you.
And go blue.
I got to piss though.
No.
Yes, I do.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.